5,
Four,
4, 3,
2, 1. Alright.
Alright, nice. Yeah, we probably should start the podcast. I don't know if you want to go straight into just fade up and we're watching a...
And when we're reacting to a trailer,
Yeah, so is this a trailer reaction? Is that what we're going to call it? Are we doing this straight up? Straight off the
I
bat?
guess,
Or
yeah.
Did you want to talk about anything else?
No, go for it. Let's start with the trailer reaction. Sure, why not?
Alright. Do we need to say, first of all, the trailer dropped? That's what
Oh, yes. Go on, say it.
the trailer dropped.
Alright. Shall we cue it up?
Yep. So
Go
we're
for
watching... Well, I'll play it in the podcast thing, but
Yep.
we'll cue it up. So Deadpool 2 official teaser trailer. So just tell me when you want it. Shall I
Alright,
count us in?
count us in.
Play?
Yep.
Alright, so we'll go 3, 2, 1, play.
Yep.
Alright. So we're seeing feet walk on the street.
Yep.
What's the character's name again in the actual movie?
Deadpool.
Yeah. That was
good.
Props for
That was awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so we hear someone
his
getting
face. Yeah.
mugged, and obviously takes off his headphones, and
Yep. Just tell me if you want to pause it at any time.
yeah. No.
It was this point in the... Not on my watch, motherfucker. And you hear the Superman music playing? I love that.
Yep. And then to the
Straight to the
phone
telephone
booth. Yep.
box.
Now, what's it actually say on the phone booth? That's obviously something.
Pause there.
Nathan Summers coming soon. Ah, right. Okay.
Okay, there you go.
Right.
Good pick up. Oh, and look at the movie trailer in the background. See what's playing at the same time.
Oh, no, what? Oh, Logan.
Logan, yeah. Alright, I'm playing again. Are you playing
dear.
again?
Yeah, I'm still going. Yeah. It's just awesome how long it's dragged out too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And he just can't get...
Yep. Now, what I love about this is, like, he's changing to the suit, right? Now, all he's doing is throwing on a jacket, but the CGI from... Now, the whole suit has changed because you can see his guns holstered to his thighs. So it's done really...
exactly.
Now, who does he ring?
Oh, he says it at the end in dialogue. He says he rang his costume guy that helps him get the costume on.
Oh, right, okay, right.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
So now he's holstering his weapons, checking his swords, adjusting.
I don't know what he says on the phone, though. Yeah.
I don't know.
He's fucking around in there. Zipping
Bang.
up, and then the gunshots. And then, of course, he comes out.
Yep.
Stan Lee gets his cameo.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, that's not good. No, no, no. Oh, you're not going to walk that
I
way.
love the music, too.
And then...
I'm so sorry.
Oh, Jesus.
Now, in the background, there's a Logan poster, and there's another thing on the wall there. It says, Oggy was here.
Yeah,
What is
who's
that?
Oggy?
I don't know.
Anyone?
Oggy. Is that another character? Oggy.
I don't know.
Thor?
Yeah, it could be. Who's Oggy? I'll just Google it. Are you paused or are you still running?
Yeah, I'm paused. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm paused too. Oggy in Marvel.
Suppose I could have just used my cell.
Where we go?
Marvel does...
The Marvel character
Oh, here we go.
is called Oggy for short, but his name is Og Munda.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, yeah, someone says it's a Thor Easter egg.
okay, alright. So it's Ogmunda Dragalavagad Vinivisivus 17. Alright, maybe. I don't know who else. I wouldn't just rush to that, because that's a bit abstract. I mean, considering they've got Nathan Summers, which is Cable, and like they're direct kind of Easter eggs, I don't think it's that.
It's that obvious, yeah.
Yeah.
Could be, you never know.
Yeah.
Some of the Easter eggs in the trailer, though. Yeah.
Alright, sorry, we're going to keep
Just tell
going.
me when you're ready.
Yeah, go.
Yep,
go.
play.
Yep.
Should have just called 911. He just lies on him too. So good.
Yeah, it just alright. And then he sits down, and you think he's just gonna sit down. And he just lies on him. Oh, I'm gonna have a little
Lies
rest.
on him.
Yeah.
Then he gets into his ice cream.
Yeah. Oh, there's another Easter egg. Hang on. On the top of the trash can.
On the bin. Hang on, let me go
What's
back.
that one?
I'm just going to go back.
Alley cats?
Alley cats, yeah.
Is that cats?
I don't know. It says alley cats, but I don't know what it refers to.
I'm not sure either.
Okay.
No good deed brings a basket of egg eggs. Ariana Grande and the Alley Cats are both named in the graffiti. What?
Where's Ariana Grande? I can't see that.
I don't know where that is.
Why are the alley... Why, I'm just googling why the alley cat's in the Deadpool 2 teaser trailer.
Yeah. Hang on. Lots of Firefly posters. What?
Yeah, I didn't see those.
Which has been speculated, or it's an homage to Monica Baccarin, or hell, maybe Wade just really likes Firefly. Speculation: Nathan Fillion will be playing Cable. That's an interesting casting choice. Alley Cats. If anyone knows any ideas of these, tell me. I'm watching this carefully. I didn't see any fucking Firefly shit. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that again.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me just scroll through from the start, just real quick. Feet.
Oh, okay. So this is interesting. The only thing someone's come up with an interesting thing about Oggy. They're saying because in Logan, Stephen Merchant is in Logan.
Yeah, he is.
And
in
his character,
he's
Caliban.
Caliban, Caliban. Yeah.
Caliban. His character in The Office is Oggy. So
that is, to me, that's a more credible theory. Much more credible.
It's fucking clever though. Yeah. But no one's been able to say what the Alley Cats is that I can see. Yeah.
I can't see any Firefly stuff. Logan tonight. I'm looking. What am I
Are
missing?
you scrolling through to find?
Oh, I found another huge one. I don't know what this is. When he's running towards the phone booth right at the start, in huge graffiti letters, it says Ray. I don't know if that's a Star Wars thing or...
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, it could be. Yeah. I don't see any Firefly posters anywhere.
I don't see anything. Oh, Hope.
Scrubbing through.
I know Hope's written inside. Okay. Is written, but Hope, I don't know what Hope is written on the inside of the phone booth when he opened it.
Let me just go again. I'm just going again.
Yeah, me too. I can't see any Firefly at all. What am I missing?
No. Unless they're behind the phone booth, but they're all blurred out because of the depth of field of the camera.
Yeah, I can't see anything towards... Where's his ass?
I'm just in the alleyway. No, there's nothing in the alleyway when the old man's been held up. Shoots back to... So, Logan tonight...
Where am I?
Yeah, because you can't make out what the posters are.
No, on the right-hand side, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it says Ray, yeah.
What's that Ray?
I think you're right. It could be Star Wars. That's pretty funny. And then that's the single shot in the phone booth, so that doesn't change until he leaves. Oh, there it is. Okay, so just as he comes out of the phone booth, there's Firefly posters behind him.
Oh, is there? Hang on. Oh, there we go. Sorry, I was at the wrong part of the thing.
Yeah.
All right.
No, you're right.
And then...
In about 2 minutes. Yeah.
There's the word Hope again. That was written inside the phone booth and to the left.
Yeah, it was... Hope wasn't his girlfriend's name, was it? What was his girlfriend's name in the movie?
I can't remember.
Oh, wait, there's something else on the phone booth when he points back to Stan Lee.
Oh, really?
There's Easter eggs all over this trailer.
I know.
Yeah, I'm going to read it for you. Hang on.
Oh, hang on. And...
Sorry.
Just as hardware. Oh, yeah.
Oh, it just says
call your mum. Okay.
Call your mum. Okay.
Hope.
Yeah, Hope. Yeah.
And there's the word, as he's running away from the phone booth, over to the right it says Cooper.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
That could just be random graffiti, though. That might not all mean something.
Yeah, it might not.
But yeah.
Toy, Hope, Love.
wide shot. Yeah, no, I think that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, Firefly, yeah. That'd be interesting, though. Having Firefly posters up like that, I can't... That's not a coincidence. So maybe Nathan Fillion
No,
is going to
of
play
course not.
Cable.
Yeah, maybe.
Uh,
Yeah, which is what was kind of speculated,
Yeah.
but yeah. And then at the end of the trailer, you notice there's that whole like screen crawl at the end in really tiny letters. Did you? Go
yeah, I
through and
haven't
read
yet.
that
Yeah.
yet,
Oh,
or-
hang on. I've just
Okay.
found something else. You can't really... Oh, no, Victim of the Brain. Yeah, okay. That's someone pointed that out earlier on that thing. Looking for other stuff there. For commercial lease, I can't quite see what it says underneath that. Trouble is, something like this gets you really looking at stuff that probably isn't things, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
I know,
just,
yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
filler for...
Yeah.
Actually, that's got to be something. Hang on, let me just go back. When he's lying down, what's it say on the big white wall behind him? Nothing, just looks like numbers. Binary, though. Maybe it's a binary code.
Yeah.
Apples,
Who
bread,
knows?
chips, walking stick. Scrolling up. Anything happening? Alley cats. Alright, we're going to look at this script at the very end, don't we? Alright, see if I can... I'm going to go full screen, see if I can...
Yeah, I've gone full screen and pause.
Yeah.
It's a story about the guy in the
Oh,
end.
is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Actually, it's about the Old Man in the Sea, which is
Okay.
who wrote the Old Man in the Sea again?
You kind of wonder too, like, this thing, the Old Man in the Sea is a story of a fight between the elderly accomplished fisherman Santiago and a really big fish, like huge. The story
Yeah.
opens suffering, blah 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 blah.
Who wrote it again? Hemingway wrote the Old Man in the Sea. Yeah. Yeah, it's just the plot of the Old Man
Oh,
in the Sea.
okay.
It's
I
really
just-
a love story. If you
I
think
wonder,
about it.
like, is this obviously, you know, the amount of money Deadpool made. Is this a studio thing, and then they've just got Reynolds to release it on his channel, or has
Well-
he paid? No, he wouldn't be able to pay for this because he wouldn't own the rights. They'd own the rights. He wouldn't be able to do this.
No,
yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's clever though.
He produced it, but
It's
yeah, I'm just checking Marvel to see if it was released on their channel.
Yeah,
as
I think
well.
it's clever. I think what they're doing is trying to gauge, because the trouble is, right, like Deadpool was, in a way, like I loved it and everything, but it was the first R-rated thing to come out. And so
Yeah.
there is that danger of it being a one-trick pony where it's just back, you know, the gore and the movie itself was the gimmick. I don't know how well Logan's doing, but I'm wondering if they're just a little bit concerned if there's still enough interest in Deadpool, or was it just the initial hype and everyone talking about it? So
yeah,
is
right.
this...
Especially now that they're going to start after Logan, they're going to start doing R-rated.
Yeah, exactly.
comic
So
book
is
movies.
this just
So,
trying to generate
yeah.
interest if there's still enough in the Deadpool thing? Which to see, basically, it's kind of like, to me, it's like a form of a tester saying, right, how much exposure do we get? How much interest do we get to garnish how much salary, how much we're going to spend on the thing?
Yeah, it could be. It could be because it doesn't have a release date. We don't know when it's coming out
No.
still. But it's definitely happening. I mean, it's not like it's not happening, but yeah, because the interesting thing is it's not on Marvel's channel,
Yep.
so it's not on Marvel's YouTube channel, so it obviously was just released by Ryan
Yeah.
Reynolds, but
Interesting.
yeah, fuck, I can't wait. It's got me excited.
Yeah, I know.
can't
Yeah.
wait.
That's
Yeah.
I hate that shit these days. So
What's
just
that? Teaser
releasing
trailers?
shit so
Yeah.
early, or releasing a teaser like I think we've talked about it before
Hmm.
on this podcast. Like when you're a kid, you wouldn't know until like maybe 6 weeks before the movie,
the
or
film.
4 weeks before the movie. You'd start
Yeah.
seeing an ad on TV. Coming soon, and you'd be like, oh, you know, and we never got to go
Yeah.
to the movies, but you know, that's when you knew, or you'd wait. We'd literally, when we got to like teenagers, we just basically waited till it became a new release in the video store, eh? And then we
Yeah,
had to
well,
wait
we
till it go to
never got to go to
weekly.
movies.
And then
Yeah.
we had to wait till it go to weekly. That was our waiting
Yeah,
period.
we couldn't afford that $6
It's in,
overnight.
it's in the new releases.
Yeah,
Hopefully it'll go.
Yeah.
And then they used to do. Remember they brought in. It didn't used to go from new release straight to weekly. They had that that middle bit where it went to
recent
releases, like
Yeah.
$3 for 2 days, 3 days, or some crap, or
for 3 days. Yeah, and then they had new releases for the price of a weekly on a certain day of the week, but you could ring up and reserve the movie, so you could never get it anyway.
And then I remember one time our local video store used to have like a happy hour, new releases $1. So, but why they brought that in was because by the time it got to happy hour, all the new releases were gone. It was like late on a Friday night. It was like about 9:30 or 10 o'clock on a Friday night. They had a happy hour, and by then on Friday night, all the VHS tapes were gone. And what we used to do a couple of times is you try and hide the film in one of the crappy weekly children's ones. Or you'd go in there about an hour before happy hour, pick up the copy of the movie you wanted to see, and just walk around the video store.
Just walk around with it.
And I remember one time we did that, and the guys knew we were doing that, and I felt like such a poor kid because the guy actually I could hear him talking behind the counter, and this guy came up and it must have been the manager or whatever, and the other guy behind the counter goes, "Oh, those guys are just walking around waiting for happy hour," and the manager goes, "Well, tell them to fuck off if they can't afford $6." Tell them they can't rent it. Put it on the shelf. Bad luck. If it's still on the shelf at 9:30, fine.
Yeah,
So
that's right.
I felt real crap like that. So
it's a shame, And the only thing you could do is put a reserve on it. They'd said they'd call you when a copy came back in. You might be lucky enough for a copy to come back in that night during happy hour, but it never did. So God.
So
because it wasn't even. It was Video Easy or something.
Yeah, something like that.
It wasn't even a Blockbuster or
Video Easy. So anyway, we got derailed then. Logan, you have seen it. I have not.
Oh my God!
Go for it. Hit me up.
Oh my God! So first of all, I don't care.
No,
about
hang on.
For everyone
Sorry,
else,
let's just.
But
new rule, Bill Maher style. Movies are anything that anyone who can talk about anything. It should be like the burden of proof rule. If you're not going to spoil it, then you have to say. Because there's more likely...
If you're not...
Do you know what I mean? Like, why should 10,000 people say, oh, spoilers, and 2,000 say... I'm going to review the movie, and then... It just seems to be...
Yeah, it should be...
the default should be spoilers unless you tell people, and then you can go searching for a spoiler-free one. So,
Yeah. Except I was just saying, in the case of you, do you care if I spoil it for you?
Don't care.
Okay, all right.
Far away.
Well, it's brilliant.
Oh,
first of all. It's
prick! You
fucking
ruined
insane.
it for me.
You find out he's Darth Vader's father. He fucks a pie.
Wow! I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But does he kill a shark by putting a gas tank in its mouth and shooting it?
Oh, okay. No, he doesn't. He's not that good. Yeah.
Go. Yeah.
So first of all,
you tell me something about
starts off. Sorry. It starts off, and they introduce the R rating very softly. So the initial part of the story is Logan's driving a limousine.
Oh, so that's actually part of the movie because they released that as a bit of a teaser of the Sunseeker ad or something. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly. So the Sunseeker are tickets that he's trying to buy on a boat for him and Xavier. So what you find out is that he's got Xavier and Caliban hidden out in a compound in Mexico, and it's really cool actually because Xavier's he's got him held in this busted down silo, and all you find out from the backstory is that he's trying to. This is in the initial part of the movie that he's driving a limo, and he's trying to save money to get pills for Xavier that he's getting underground off a hospital to suppress he's having seizures and to suppress his seizures.
Okay. And when he has a seizure, does he do brain shit? Does he do Professor X crap?
When he has a seizure, he does Professor X crap, and it cripples everyone. They barely can't move. And you think that Logan is just being an asshole by suppressing him because initially it's set up that he's just trying to... He's dying, right? So you find out early that he's dying. The adamantium.
Right. How do you find that out? Does he just say it to someone or how? Oh,
in dialogue. Yeah, in dialogue. Most of the stuff you find out in the film is through dialogue, which is good. Like, that's the other thing. They don't do a lot of flashbacks.
He just tells you straight out, "Hi, I'm
really
Logan. I'm driving a limo. The adamantium's killing me." Okay.
Basically, no, it's in a conversation.
Thanks for
with
watching.
Caliban.
See you later. Yeah. Okay, in a conversation. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Thanks for watching. See you later. And you think he's just been an asshole. So he's an alcoholic and he's waiting to die, and you think that he's just trying to suppress Xavier, to kill him out because he wants the X-Men killed out. You think he's like being about it, but what you find out later, in dialogue, and this was the best part.
Hang on.
Slowest
sorry,
part
just
of
stop.
the film
Stop for one
happens
second. Sorry, I got to stop. You. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Sorry.
For the first time in my life, I know this is going to ruin the podcast, but should I not hear the spoilers, or do you think it wouldn't really matter?
Well, I don't know, dude. Like, the story's so good. It's so layered.
I don't know,
should I
man.
stop? Should I?
I mean, as much as we fucking rag on spoilers on this thing, all of a sudden I'm just like, oh, well, maybe?
I want to see it. Yeah, all right, I'll stop.
I don't know.
I'll stop.
No, I don't care. Tell me. No.
I'll tell you
a
couple of cool things.
No, tell me.
No, tell me.
No, come on.
I'll tell you some of the cool things that happened in the film that won't spoil it for
Are you sure, though? Because I've just realised I am happy for you to spoil it, so...
No. I think it's actually better if you go in seeing it without knowing the plot. Yeah. So there's a few cool things that won't spoil the plot for you that I can tell you is... in the trailer how he has that scene where he walks into Xavier and he goes through the comic book and he's like, this is all garbage.
Yeah. Maybe 10% happened, maybe none of it. Fuck off, yep.
Yeah, and you think it's just some cute little joke as a throwback to, like, the X-Men universe. The comic book actually plays a major part of the plot, so it's not just a throwaway. It's brilliantly done. Brilliantly done. That's all I'll tell you about that, yeah. There's some really nice...
Do you have to really quickly look? Or, like, if you weren't paying attention at the... okay, all right.
No.
Okay, all right.
No, it's obvious. Yeah, it's obvious. There's some really cool throwbacks. So in the start of the movie, in the first act, where they're doing establishing scenes, and they do this scene where Logan, like, drinks himself to sleep in his room, and they do a cut around of the room, and there's some really cool little Easter eggs in there, like his samurai sword is hanging up from the Wolverine. I thought that was really cool. And the other thing is that's brilliant about the film is that they just don't hold back on the violence. Like, it is so good. And when... So there's parts, like, because his body's failing him, like, there's one part where he's sitting in his bed and he has to physically pull one of his adamantium claws out of his hand, and you can see it cutting through his hand and ripping through his skin. Like, just the visuals.
So, like, what really it doesn't... The other two come out and that one only comes out a little bit, does it?
Yeah, it only comes out like 3/4 of the way. So he's got to actually pull it out. He's got to actually pull it out by hand to force it out. Yeah, it's really good. And the good thing about the film as well is the little girl X-23. She offsets him really good because he's not at his best and he's dying and he can't fight. She steps in when he can't and she kicks ass. And boy, she fucking kicks ass. It's so good. And one cool thing that probably won't spoil it, but I'll tell you anyway, she's got claws that come out of her feet as well, so she starts kicking people in the throat with a claw out of her foot. Yeah, the scenes are so good. There's one scene where Xavier's having a seizure and there's all these baddies frozen around him, and it's a slow motion scene of Wolverine crawling towards Xavier to try to give him some drugs to stop the seizure. And he's passing the bad guys on the way, and he just spears every single one of them through the head one at a time.
He does or she does?
It's he does. Logan does. Yeah, it is insanely.
And how does
how
does Stephen Merchant go?
Yeah, really good actually. I didn't even know.
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
did you know he was in the film? Okay, yeah, really good. When I first saw him, I'm like, oh, that's Stephen Merchant. This could go shit, but no, he played the character really good. Yeah. And the other thing is about the villains. I've seen some stuff online how people are like, oh, there's not enough backstory about the villains, but there was enough backstory that you got their motivation and it didn't interfere of the story of Logan and X-23, the girl. Like, it was really.
Did they actually say
really
or reference the letters word X-23?
You see it in some files that he's going through because he finds some files about the girl.
And so some of the criticism about the movie that I've seen is that the end, like, or not the end, the third act as they call it, is pretty lame. Like it's not as, it's a bit like it's awesome, then kind of like was like, guys, you peaked too early, and just kind of, how would you respond to that?
Yeah, so there's one part. I'd respond to that like I'd like to see how other
Okay,
people have done
so
it.
it's a case of what
And
the fuck could you do? Like, you've just done this awesome thing.
I know what the criticism is, and I think that we probably should discuss it again, because I know exactly what the criticism is, but I actually think it was brilliant the way they did it, because it allowed for something else to happen in the film that if this happened, this is really vague because I can't say, but this thing that they're talking about peaked too early, if that specific thing happens, then the ending can't happen the way it happens. Then you've got to come up with a whole new ending. Yeah. And then it ruins another thing that goes on through the movie that is kind of a MacGuffin that you need at the end as well. No, it couldn't have been done any other way. Yeah. So, it's a shame. I wish you'd seen it now, but yeah. Hopefully, if you get to see it in the next couple of weeks, we can talk about it, I suppose. But so it's really good. Like, just in the first, at the start, I was worried because the film starts off and, like, I think in his first or second line of dialogue, he says "fuck," and then he says it a few more times, and then he's driving some chicks around in a limo, and one of them like flashes her tits at him, so you know it's an R-rated film. But I was hoping they didn't start overdoing it then with the swearing, because I'm like, now that they've got the license to go R-rated, I hope they don't just you've got to earn your R rating. You can't just go, we can say fuck now and say it every second line, but they backed off on it, which is good. Yeah. I don't know who the writer was, but it's so brilliantly written, and the direction was good, and it closed off the Logan story really good, like the Wolverine story, because Hugh Jackman said he's not going to play Wolverine anymore.
I haven't had this spoiled, but I can pretty much guess what's going to happen at the end. Well, like, he's going to die. There's no way. There's no way. Yeah. Because I just don't think, the way the tone of the movie was set, I don't think they're going to do a whole him and the girl driving off into the sunset, for one last adventure or whatever. I think he's going to get killed.
Well,
go for it. Yeah. That's my theory. I'm not going to be like, oh my god, I'm so surprised if he dies. I'm not going to be surprised.
So, because this is one of the other things that was brilliant about the film, is they didn't shy away from. Okay. So he does die, and they didn't shy away.
Ruined it. Like, go on.
When people are supposed to die in the film, they die. Like, if it was a normal PG X-Men movie, someone would swoop in and everyone would get saved and everyone would be happy, but they didn't shy away from that. They're like, no, we're gonna play it out. We're gonna fuck people up, and people are gonna get fucked up, and that's just all there is to it.
And does I'm assuming Xavier dies as well. Yeah, of course.
Yes, he does. Yeah.
Okay.
Not the way you'd think.
All right. So Logan doesn't have to do another killing like he did with Jean Grey. No, okay.
No, certainly not. No, certainly not. Yeah. The thing that I will tell you about Xavier that is kind of a spoiler, but not really, but he just can't control his seizures, because it wasn't really clear to me in the film, so I'll tell you this is the reason he's having the seizures is because he's got ALS, so his body's failing him. So he can't actually control his seizures anymore. So you find that out. But yeah. So you're going to try to see it
definitely. Look, I'm just actually, I was trying to get some sessions this afternoon because my wife's got some friends over, but they're all sold out. So
that sucks.
I don't know. I definitely want to go. I might just look, when she's finished with her friends, I'm going to talk to her again. Like, do you reckon, like, my wife hates like blood and violence, like people getting stabbed and shit in movies? Go myself.
You might have to go yourself, dude. It's pretty full on. Yeah. Even my wife who doesn't shy away from violence, she had to duck her head a couple of times.
I don't want to not see it at the cinema though. Like, I might just have a chat to her and just say, look, do you mind if I just go one night during the week? So
yeah, it's definitely a cinema watch film. And even gold class if you can, except for the fuckhead who almost.
Oh really? Who? Why? What? Yeah. Go on, might as well. We got how much time we got left?
Shall I tell you this?
Yeah, man, we got a minute or two. Go for it.
We got a minute or two. You know how we gripe on about
Yeah.
how we just can't go to movies anymore
Yeah,
because we
yeah.
hate going out in public. So we went
Smart.
Marissa and I.
Yep.
Sorry, my wife and
That's
I.
right. Yeah.
You can bleep it out. We went gold class. Yeah. And we
Yep.
go sit down in our seats, and then this douchebag who is directly, say,
Yep.
2 o'clock from me, so in the corner of my eye in my
Yeah.
periphery, reclines back, and then he takes his
Ah.
fucking shoes off, and I couldn't, and I said to my wife, I said, what is going on? And she's like, yeah, I know, it's fucking disgusting. Like,
Where
this
was
is
he?
not
Behind
your
you?
house, dude. Leave your shoes on.
No,
He was in front of me, like directly, diagonally
Yeah.
across in my periphery. And then I just, and I could tell my wife was thinking, just
Yep.
let it go. But I couldn't. He was
Yep.
in the corner of my eye. His feet were sticking out in a movie
Yeah.
fucking theater. And I almost
Yeah,
went out
she
to the people and said, can you go in there and tell him to turn his
Yeah.
fucking shoes on? You can't.
No,
I don't get it. Like,
I don't know.
what is wrong with people? Would you
Hell
take
no.
your shoes off? You don't even take your
No,
shoes
I
off
don't.
inside your
I know.
house.
I have seen, obviously, in gold class, I've seen some women do it where they're wearing like shoes that aren't really, they're not enclosed. They're just like a base with the straps.
They
And
slip
that
'em off.
but that still bugs me.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
You're out in public, shoes on. Like, and
Yeah,
people are like, oh,
yeah.
don't be such a fucking prick. No,
Yeah,
it's
I know.
gross. I'm sorry. You're out. Have some fucking decorum.
It's
Yeah.
disgusting. Keep your shoes on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So anyway, yeah. I even and this is kind of weird. Like, I wear bare feet around my house, obviously, but when there are people in my house, like when we have visitors, I'll
Yeah,
generally
same.
wear socks or something because I don't
Yeah,
want to
yeah, yeah.
subject them
No,
to
I'm
my
the
feet.
same. I'm shoed right now. My wife's got friends here, so yeah.
Feet phobia.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
all
anyway, that's all good. But no, yeah, definitely. If you can get out, if you don't mind going to the movies by yourself, yeah, you can get out.
Yeah.
Get out and go see it. Yeah, and then we can do a more in-depth review.
Sounds good.
When you've seen it, I suppose. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, we're at time, so we'll leave it there. All right.
All right. Sorry. We'll stop there. All right. Cool.